is my part two interview with Average Man of Vlog, Rom Craig. So this is our part two. So I really enjoy listening your answer with my question. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I have a question for you. This is what area of Metro Manila that you have seen that you like the most?
Oh wow, that's tough. Um, cause I drove through BGC, so I really liked what I seen, but really had to have a chance to explore. But based on where I've been at so far, I would probably say I'm not sure what area that is, but when I went to Mall of Asia, uh,
That's in Pasay.
eyesight. Okay.
Pasay City.
Yeah, I would definitely say that was probably my favorite, just because it just seemed like it was really busy and there was a lot of people there, and it seemed like everybody was having a good time and enjoying themselves. And then I would say after that probably Manila Bay, Dolomite Beach, because of the history there and just seeing all the families there together and just enjoying each other and watching the sunset. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Dolomite Beach, that's really controversial that time. Because that time the mayor is Comer Moreno, so he runs for president. So he lost. So the new mayor is I forgot her name. But that thing is very controversial about the Dolomite Beach. Okay, so let's proceed to second question. Okay, here we go. Have you had the chance to date a Filipina since you've been here?
To be honest with you, I have not had much luck. What I'm learning here is that the Filipinos can be shy. Now, I haven't walked around or been around the city by myself as much as I should be. I'm learning the hard way because most of the time that I've been out, I've had Joanne with me, who is another Filipina, and I wasn't aware of the fact that Filipinos can be a little bit hesitant to speak with me because they see me with another Filipina, although I look at Joanne like a sister. But as far as my luck, I'm like it hasn't come from lack of trying. I've been on dating apps as well. I've had some matches, but haven't been able to like have any dates per se. But I still have to go to Cebu and Boracay, so we'll see what happens. And I'm still in Manila, Metro Manila, for a few days too. So
So for those Filipina, Rome is it's on your way there. Okay. Okay, so let's proceed to our next question. In your travels, have you seen a place that you might want to move to?
so when you say is that including my time in Colombia, or are you just saying
Yeah.
here? Um, oh man, that's tough. That's tough. I would say if I was going now if I say my time in Colombia, I would say the the northern part of Barranquilla, that area, um, Metro Manila. I would probably say BGC.
Okay.
Just based on what I seen when I was driving through, because it definitely gives you a bit of a big city vibe. I know I've been told that it's like the more progressive part of Metro Manila, and I kind of like what I saw from the Venice Mall, how they have the I
The
don't
canal.
yeah, the canals that remind you of actual Venice, Italy.
Yeah.
So I would definitely, if I would say Metro Manila, since I've been here, I would say BGC, and Barranquilla, I would say the north part of Barranquilla for sure.
Okay, so well, you have time to explore your your vacation here in Manila, so you still have time, to look around, and you
Hmm.
will see which place you want to. Okay, so our next question is how different is um, Ohio or Metro Manila or Manila from your city?
Um, Cincinnati is surprisingly Cincinnati is actually like still developing. I would say
City.
yeah, because because a lot of people from my city will. I'll say maybe like 10 years ago they probably would have told you there's not a lot to do in Cincinnati, but in recent years, they're starting to build up the nightlife in downtown a lot more. So if you go to downtown Cincinnati, there's actually a lot more to do now. Um, we do have events and stuff. You can go to a football game, baseball game. Um, so I mean, in comparison to like bigger cities in the United States, it's still catching up. Um, if I had to say, I would say like my city is probably similar to maybe like Makati or BGC here. You're starting to see like a lot more new buildings there. And they're building up the nightlife a little bit more. So there's more to do in Cincinnati than there was, I'd say maybe like 10 years ago. So and they're continuing to build on that as well. So I would say it's probably about the same. Probably about the same.
So in your city, what is the main livelihood people there? I mean, their source of income.
Source of income. Oh,
Are they into farming or fishing?
um, no, I would say it was. I would say mostly blue collar work.
Okay.
Um, I mean, it's white collar as well, but I would say Cincinnati, in my opinion, is more of a more of a blue collar city, with the exception of downtown. Um, you know, uh, now if you go to like I want to say like in the middle of Ohio, away from like the major cities like Cincinnati, where I'm from, or Columbus and Cleveland, like all the areas in between. That's when you start seeing a lot of farming and stuff like that, like in the country areas. But like in the city areas,
Just more into the local or job.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's just like it's because you mentioned BGC and Makati because Makati is the business capital of the Philippines. So
Mhm.
so I can imagine that your city is just almost like that 10 years from now.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was saying. Downtown is more like the white collar, um,
Job.
yeah, more like the white collar business kind of job versus the more you start to spread out like away from the city, that's when you start to see more of like the blue collar aspect of it. Like the more of the like more of the more laborious jobs.
Okay, so this is my last question for you. Okay, do you know of any kinds of business in your city that would be good here?
Oh, that's a really good question. That's a really really good question. Um, wow. I would say if I had to think of one, and this was actually an idea that I was thinking about while me and your husband was talking. Something that I don't see is I would like to introduce more soul food type restaurants.
Okay.
I know people from other countries enjoy soul food, but it's not as international as other kinds of foods. So that's definitely something I would be interested in. Because it's not a really big market for it right now. So I think that would definitely be something I would like. I can definitely see that being something that would be a really good business. Like I really like since I've been here, like I haven't seen anybody or any restaurants with like any soul food like like buttermilk fried chicken, cornbread, collard greens, um, sweet yams, macaroni and cheese, pumpkin pie, things like that. Stuff, the kind of stuff that I would eat if I was at home. Yeah.
Because the you mentioned the colored green, where my husband looking for that, but we don't have, so we just have kale here. So he doesn't like in mustard.
Um,
So I would love I would love to cook that for him, but since that we don't have like that, we don't grown like that.
right, right.
So
Oh, that's good. That's good to know. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind.
yeah. So since that there's a lot of passport bro married to a Filipino, that would be good business plan or business idea that you're gonna put up here in the Philippines. So, would you like to invite our viewers to your channel?
Yes, you can find me at Average Man Unplugged on YouTube, and if you want to follow my travel, you can find me at Unplugged Traveler on YouTube as well. Yep.
Okay. Thank you so much, and
Thank you for
have a
having me.